We used to think the biggest problem we would ever have in our business was getting customers. But in today's world, that's a piece of cake. What we need are the people to serve those customers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eric Chester.
See, they say we have a skills gap in America. You know what we just proved? We don't have a skills gap, we have a core values gap. Because we could teach somebody this business. If we could just find the right people. Maybe we're just fishing for people. We put out a now hiring sign. Or maybe we post a job ad on Indeed, snag a job, someplace, just post a job ad and hope that that prize-winning employee walks in. Here's the thing, everyone knows you're hiring. Everybody's hiring. You don't need to say, we're now hiring. Everybody knows you're hiring. What makes you different? That's the question. You can't sit there and fish and think that the prize-winning bass, trout, walleye, whatever you're fishing for is gonna jump in your boat. It's not gonna happen. So stop fishing and start hunting. Hunting is very different. Hunting says I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not just looking to catch a fish, I want the fish. Right? I'm not just looking for anyone, I know exactly what I want because I know what it takes to make it in this business. I know exactly what I'm looking for. The only way to attract and retain great people is to offer a culture that other employers who want those same employees can't match. You have to win on culture. And who's your competitor? Anyone who wants to hire the same person you do. Everybody's talking about engagement. Do you think when my dad got his first job, they were talking about employee engagement? It was the Depression. When most of us got our first jobs, do you think anybody came by and said, are you happy here? Are you enjoying it? Nobody cared. But today, engagement is so crucial. The trouble is hanging on to that engagement because the biggest fear we have is this thing called disengagement. And according to all the polls, Harris, Gallup, whatever, over half our workforce is either not engaged or they're actively disengaged. Some of us think, well, not in my brand. Yeah, in your brand. Maybe they're disengaged people and you don't even know about it. So now we'll just settle. We'll just reach up and we'll settle for engagement. If we could just get engagement. And I'm saying there has to be more. People who will work for us like we would work for us. People who are on fire for our company and our organization. That's what we want. So the reality is, we know what we want from them. Here's a question. What do they want from you? When we came into the workplace, most of us, we traded time for money, and that was good enough. But I'm gonna tell you something, this new generation sees things a little bit differently. We can focus on them. But let's not talk about them for a minute. Let's talk about us. Because there is a war for talent going on, and we want to win that war. And that means we have to be a better us. And there's a reason you came here. It wasn't just to see old friends. You're expecting a return on your investment. You want to learn something here that you can apply back in your businesses to make you more money. That's it, folks. You know it as well as I do because you want to grow your business. And everybody that works for you wants to grow as well. They want to grow. They want to feel like tomorrow has opportunity, that they're doing something here that's going to allow them to live a better life tomorrow. And that's growth. Do you have a learning agenda for everybody that works for you? Do you know who they are and what they really want out of life? And are you helping them get there? What if they don't want to decorate cakes the rest of their life or make blizzards? Do you know what they want to do? And can you connect the dots between what they're doing in your store and what they want to do later? That's where the rubber meets the road. 3 questions you ought to ask everybody who works for you on a regular basis. What do you like about working here? Question number 2, what don't you like about working here? Now they may say something outrageous. Well, you don't give me a free Ferrari. Doesn't matter. Don't debate it, just listen. Question number 3 is the most important. If you owned the place and I work for you and you could make this a better workplace, what's one thing you would change? Again, you don't have to debate it. Just listen. Because when you talk, all you know is what you know. When you listen, you not only know what you know what they know, and that knowledge gives you power. If you want to come in at 9 o'clock, come in at 9 o'clock. But if you're there at 8:29 or earlier, you get a 10% bonus on the day you're there. It's not uncommon to see the CEO get out of his car and run in to punch in, right? Because you want to be there on time because you're rewarded for doing the right thing instead of punished for doing the wrong thing. This is sacrilege to most of you baby boomers in here because we grew up believing the customer is number one. The customer is king and the customer is always right. The customer isn't number one. The customer isn't king and the customer isn't always right. In our business, our people are number one. So I turn to my genius, I go, why are you clapping for him? He goes, it's simple, it's his last day. And every employee at an Apple store gets a standing ovation on their first day and their last day. It's that degree of acknowledgement that inspires people. I can't promise you're gonna get a standing ovation. We've given lots of recognition and awards, but I can't promise you will ever get a standing ovation. But you can give one. And when you treat your people like they're number one, they can't wait to show your customers why they need to be there.